We warmly receive for the third time Lakenya Spikes. We're ready to hear of her good news since her last episode. With 6 months since she became a published author, we are ready to hear of her endeavors. So welcome to Writing Inspiration with Marquee Books. Hello Lakenya, how are you?
Hi, thank you for having me for the third time.
How has your book been going on?
My book has been going well. It has been going the way God wants it to go. Um, like I told you before, I've literally did my part. I have took my hands off of it and I just advertise as I know how, and God is just taking over for me. And it's humbling. It's really humbling. I love it. It's a beautiful feeling.
That's great. So, how has been the marketing, etc.?
The marketing has been wonderful. I hand out my business cards, advertise on Facebook, and people have been purchasing. Even my coworkers, they are like, "You have some good stuff in here." Like I get text messages saying, "Oh, this is my roadmap for today." You know what I mean? And it feels good. I even know that people purchase my book to teach from it. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that. It's all God's work. It is what the book is written for. So it's a beautiful journey. I love being here.
Did you have any problems with the book? Regarding the topics, you mentioned that people around you might feel bad once it's out.
No, actually, the only kind of issue I had was with my mom. She purchased the book and she was like, LaKenya, the things that you were saying, like the word hate, hate, hate. And she was like, oh, it bothered me so much. Like she literally had to put the book down after chapter two. And I told her, I was like, Mom, that's my truth. That's how I was feeling at the time. You know what I mean? I told her to take her time with the book. It's actually to help her heal if she can look within herself. So she has a sponsor who actually purchased the book to help her understand where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? So she won't be in her own head. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. My sister has purchased my book. I did a signing for her. It was recorded. I haven't even put that on social media yet. Yeah, it's this journey is beautiful. I love it, but it's at the same time it's humbling. I haven't gotten big headed or anything like that. It's just this is what God wanted. And I know it's more people going to purchase because I encourage them to. Explain how my book offers encouragement, motivation, inspiration, overcoming your monsters. We all had them. I had them, but people in the world have them. And mentally, I can give you an understanding of how to stand up and challenge yours and win.
Yes, I get it. I get it. So, tell me, how's it has been like your interaction with your readers?
Uh, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. Sometimes I don't even know how to respond. They are like, I had one reader tell me, like, Miss Spikes, you can literally change a community with, how you think and the way you put things in perspective and allow others to look at it from your point of view. And I was like, just because you know how we our own selves, we are mostly our own critics, but other people see great things in us. And I'm like, thank you. You know what I mean? But this is what the book is for, is to help people change the way they think, change their mind thinking so they can change their lives. So it's been amazing. It's really been amazing. Like even my sister, she was like, She was like, my name is only mentioned in the book one time. Like, why you ain't mentioned me so much? Because you were a good part of my life. So this is the hard stuff that I'm writing about. And I told her, like, you'll be in chapter 2, where it shows where we both have grown. And this is my baby sister. And she has posted on social media like, my sister is an author, a published author. And I'm like, yes, I am.
Well, I'm happy that she's proud. So, what about your children? What do they think about?
Well, my daughter, she just actually moved into her own place and she wants to get settled in before she actually purchased the book. Because she was like, and we just spoke about this the other day, and she was like, Mom, I want to read your book in my privacy so I can get to know you even on a deeper level in my privacy. Like, we have conversations, and a lot of the things that we talk about now, she be like, I didn't even know that. And I have to break it down to her and tell her, like, I write about this in my book so you'll understand it in detail on a different level. So yeah, she's excited to purchase it, but I give her some time because she has to get settled in her new place. She just moved in Friday. But yeah, she's gonna purchase it. And my son, he's just like, Mom, he's always working. So when he get the time to purchase it, it's fine. It's no rush for nobody. But God, I trust God to put it in the hands of those who needs it, which is everyone in the world. But it's humbling. I'm not rushing. It gives me time to sit back and prepare for book 2.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
How is the book two coming?
Actually, I just been like writing things down, little here, little there, but I haven't had the time to really focus on it because I'm getting ready for the delivery of my grandbaby. But it's there. It's
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's there. It's just knits here, knits there. I don't think I'm gonna go through the process like I did the first book. You know what I mean? I still keep pen and paper with me, but this time I'm gonna start digital. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay. It's good, but I don't know. There is something in writing yourself that feels a little bit better in some cases,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
more personal.
Yes. And this is why I keep pen and paper with me. I see a lot of because I'm in a lot of book groups now, and I see a lot of writers, they're using AI, and I'm like, no, I don't want to use that. I want to use my own thinking, my own writing. Everything comes from me. You
Wait,
know what I
like
mean?
full AI or just AI to correct grammar?
Full AI. They're using AI
Ugh.
to literally write their book for them. Right. That's why I was like, what is this? This is not, you're not a writer. Like, you didn't write this. You got a computer doing this who actually had to learn from you. So, yeah, I'm going to write my own stuff. Everything comes from me. So, yeah, we're going to do it like that.
I mean, using it for the grammar, it's fine, but that's a
Yeah.
little bit overkill.
Yeah.
So, have you prepared like a book signing or some event to promote yourself?
I have not as of yet. This month is my 6th month. So where I am with the purchasing and the point of sale system and everything, I'm still getting used to that because like a person can purchase the book and then I'll get the email like a week later of the sale, and then payment comes 90 days later, which sometimes I forget. So it's like it's just money in the bank sitting, and then when it get there it's like, oh, it feels good to get a deposit, and I like the system, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing. And yeah, it's just this experience is amazing. Like, just being with the print on demand, I get the whole breakdown of it. So I print it out and I keep tabs of everything. And I have forgotten, like, oh, this how many books was purchased 3 months ago, to get this payment 90 days later. Like, but it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad I did everything the way I did it, from print on demand, advertising with my website, because a lot of people go there and they send them straight to Barnes and Noble. I've had some
Oh, you have a website now.
Yeah, I had it on my last podcast.
All
So
right, yeah, I
I
remember.
I've had some go to Amazon. I actually had the ebook form taken off Amazon, so you can only order hardcover and paperback off of Amazon. So it's a beautiful thing. Like I've had dash bus drivers like, I got your book, and I'm like, okay, so when you see me on the dash, let me know so I can sign it for you. You know what I mean? Because I catch the dash too every now and then. So,
Are you thinking translations?
yeah, I think so. Because remember the last time we talked and you was telling me about that, and I spoke with my publisher, and he got into it, and I think you're able to get it in different languages. So, yeah, I'm
Yes,
thinking
I
about.
I think I told you that Spanish and French was the best way to start. I remember that I told
Yes.
you that.
Yes, yes. And I believe that he actually put it to where you can get it in those languages. So,
Yes, that's
yeah,
because
everything is.
just like English is like our most common language in the world,
Yeah.
French it's very common in Europe.
Yes,
Most
yes.
people know French in
Yeah.
some way.
And you know what's crazy? I actually went to a French restaurant on Mother's Day, and I enjoyed the menu. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I had to ask like what this mean and what that mean to actually get a feel of, those who are reading my book in French, how they would understand. Like it's a beautiful thing. Like everything that I've been going through, this whole journey, this whole process is how God wants it to be. I haven't had no stumbling blocks. You know what I mean? It's just everything is flowing. And I think it's because I'm humbled. I'm not like, oh, buy this, buy this, buy. And it's just like, if you buy it, you buy it. If you don't, you don't. It's not gonna stop me from being successful in my book. And I'm getting ready for part book two. So yeah, this is a journey that I didn't know that I would be on, and I love it because God is in control of it. I'm just on in the background doing the keeping the tabs and stuff like that, and handing out my business card and promoting my book and advertising it. And yeah, I love it. And people be shocked when I tell them like, "Oh, I published my book 6 months ago and stuff like that." And they like, "You got a book?" Like, "Yeah, here, check it out."
Well,
So
at least everything is going fine as it should.
yeah, yeah, it's going as God wants it. Sometimes it speeds up, then it slow down, then it get in the middle, and I'm okay with all of it. You know what I mean? I'm okay with all of it. However he wants it to go, I'm okay with it. I haven't been overwhelmed or nothing like that. So, because most of his blessings, he just bombards me with them, and it's like, okay, Father, slow down. But then I don't be like, slow down. So how this process is going, he knows me better than anyone. He knows me better than myself, and he knows the pressure that comes with, just a lot at one time. So everything is going how he wants it to go. And I am so thankful and grateful for that.
I'm happy to hear that. So,
Thank you.
are you planning to release the book on some libraries already?
You know what? I have visited two libraries. One close to my home. They're gonna look into it because to get in the library, they have to order the books and stuff like that. So, yeah, I have been doing some research on that and moving forward.
That's
Yes.
great. Did you release the book on other places than Amazon?
Yeah, yeah, I am distributed globally. So I'm everywhere. Like I'm amongst 39,000 retailers. I don't even know how who all of they are. I just, when you look it up and this comes up and it's like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm on here." So, yeah, I'm distributed amongst 39,000 retailers. So, and that's the beautiful part about it.
So, Laquina, can you remind us a bit about what your book is about right now, just for promotion purposes?
Okay. So my book is titled Overcoming Your Monsters. It's about monsters that I had in my life, pain that I've overcome, and who I am today. In each chapter, I tell a story and then I teach at the end of it. So it's a bio and it's a teaching memoir. It's motivating, it's inspiring, it's encouraging, it's spiritual. Actually, God wrote the book. I just did the hand part about it. Yeah, so it will help others overcome the monsters in their life. It'll help them think with their critical thinking. Like if she can do it, then I can do it. And I come from the gutter. Like I've had monsters that I had to stand 10 toes down in battle. So if I can do it, someone else can do it. You know what I mean? Even if I have to, I'm looking to build a family for as like just a meet and greet, and I can help people up close and personal, for us with questions and if they want detail about the stories that I write. Because remember, I told you in the first one, I left some things out. I'm telling my truth, but I left some things out for part two. But I can share those details personally, up close and personal. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just to help others overcome and so they can start living their life right and get the things that they deserve that God has waiting for them.
By monsters, you are referring to like inner monsters, like your feelings regarding others, not others to you, right?
Yeah, others to me, and monsters can come in the form of people, situations, circumstances, decisions, finances, anything that we think is bigger than ourselves. And we're all the same. We just been through different things. Men, women, and the children that's coming up in the generation. Because right now, I see so many young people walking around and they are lost. So, my book is to help them be found. My book will show them God through my eyes that makes them want to know who this God is that I serve. You know what I mean? So, yeah, monsters is your inner self because you have to look within. You have to take accountability even for the things that we did when we didn't know. You know what I mean? So, and forgive yourself. We have to forgive yourself, which is the hardest thing to do, but it's easy to do when you understand that you made a mistake because you didn't know then what you know now. And my book is to help with all of that. It's an amazing book. I've even read it myself. I actually had to stop and put it down at chapter 14 because I didn't want to finish it too fast because most of the time you have to practice what you preach. So I read my own book. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
this
of
is this
course.
is the one that I'm reading, and I stopped at chapter 14. I put it down about a month ago because I don't want to finish it in a hurry.
How many
It's
chapters do you
jewel.
use?
It's 16 chapters, 200 pages. It's a 4 to 5 hour read if you read it straight through, which most people do. And then by the time they get to chapter 15, they like, I gotta put it down because I don't want to finish it too early. That's what I had a lot of people tell me, like, it's nothing but good stuff in here. And it's so like my sister even told me too. She was like, usually by chapter two, she would put a book down, but this book has been keeping her on her toes because chapter after chapter, I'm telling a story, a true story that in my life, and I'm giving nothing but golden nuggets at the end. You know what I mean? And that's from my experiences of learning. So, we all go through something so we can teach those that's coming up behind us. And that's what my book is.
Well, at least everything ended up fine in the end.
Yes. And I am her today. Like it's just this woman who you're speaking to now. I 15 years ago, you could have never told me I would be her because I was still living in the world. I was a hot mess. I was arrogant. I was boastous. I was prideful. And I had to humble myself and remove all that just to be this awesome woman that God created me to be. And I'm glad I fought for her. I fought for who I am today. And that's my book too. It will help others fight for who they should be, who God created them to be, if they are not already that.
Well, you know how they say that book two is always easier to make because you already have the experience and you
Yeah.
have the team and you know how
Yes.
this done.
Yeah.
I mean, you already have got an editor, publisher, and everything that will help you.
Yes. This is true. Yes, yes, yes. And it's a beautiful feeling to be here. It's such an accomplishment. And I usually time I'll be like, okay, what's next? But I'm still got little things going on. That's, I don't want to put it in the world today because it's not ready. But yeah, I'm always moving forward. I never let if you tell me that I can't have it, I'm coming to get it just because you told me I couldn't have it. And when I want it, I'm coming to get it just because I want it. So my whole thing is with 10 stumbling blocks in a row, I'm gonna cross all over them just to get to the other side because I always want to know what's on the other side of the door. You know what I mean? And with my book, that's how my book is. And when you read chapter one, you want to know what chapter two is about. And when you finish with chapter two, you want to know what chapter three is about. And I think that's because at the end of each chapter, I'm teaching you something that you can apply to your life and be a better person, be a better human being. God gives us thousands and thousands of chances to get it right every day. Every day he's saying, get up and make something of yourself. And this is what my book is about, is to give you that push to, I need to get up and do this. I need to change the way I'm thinking. Because when you change the way you think, you change your life, literally.
How is like your strategy right now on social media for promotion, etc.? Do you have a
Yeah.
plan, like releasing content sometime?
I do. I do. I release God's word and I release my book in it too. Or sometimes I'll just post my book on its own and, encourage people to click the link that actually sends them to my website. And this is like 3 or 4 times a week. Sometime I'll let a week go by because I don't want to overwhelm other people with it and not just have that on my book to where on my page to where is, I'm forgetting about God and I'm just promoting and advertising my book. No, it's the word because it all connects. It all connects. Every word that I write, it connects with my book. So it makes sense to be like, okay, she wrote this, so let me go see what the book is about, or let me click to go see the website. And then when you get on the website, you can read about me as a person, as a writer. It tell you how raw my book is. You are allowed to read reviews, and it is just I love it. I love it. It keeps me humbled. Like even just I pray every day, and I ask God to show me something about him that I've never seen before and to help his love me, help him his word, help me love him and others and do not puff me up. So, I just staying humble is my strategy and things flow and manifest to me and he give me what I want and I don't even and I stay humble with that, you know what I mean? And my strive is just to please him every day, and thus far I think I am doing well with that.
I remember that you mentioned before that this series will be like a trilogy or it will be just two books because you left some things out on the first one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It will be a duology.
It would be, how can I explain it? It would be
As much as God tells you to.
Yeah, yeah. It will be well basically you'll really be putting my life together like a puzzle with the second book. That's what it'll be. It'll be because the first book is written, but there's pieces missing. And the second book will connect the pieces. So it'll be a puzzle
Okay,
because
okay.
God is mysterious too. So he don't just if he was to give us everything up front, we wouldn't be able to handle it because he did me like that. He flashed my life before me, and I tell you I had a panic attack, like literally.
Wow.
Yes, he showed me my future self and I almost lost it. And he haven't done that since, and I guess because he knew I couldn't handle it because I always wanted more. He was like, "Okay, I'm going to show you more." And I went into a panic attack. So now he gives me bits and pieces, and when I ask for wisdom and understanding and when he know I'm ready, he gives it to me. And this is where he blesses me tremendously. So this is how my book is too. It's a puzzle. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, I hope that you can finish the puzzle soon
Yes.
so people can enjoy it and understand what it's about. But actually, it's okay. There's never a rush,
Oh,
and you already passed the 6 months time limit for
yes.
publishing another book. So yeah,
Yes.
you know how they say that it's better to wait 6 months before publishing another book. So you have
Right.
the first one time to breathe.
Right. Yeah, I just think me rushing when you let God control everything, you don't have to rush because everything is going to always be in his time. And like even if you rush, he can allow your book to just sit and not be purchased at all because it's not on his timing. So I never rush things. I let it go as he wanted to go and it's always perfect. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I learned that just trying to do things on my own, I only got so far. But when I sat back in the passenger seat and let him drive, he takes me all the way. And I'm so used to that. It has become a habit to where it's like you only he knows when I'm ready cuz sometimes I don't even know when I'm ready for certain spiritual things or certain things he showed me. And it could be some things happening and I'll be like, okay, what you about to do with me? Like, show me what's going on. And yeah, I trust him for everything. I mean everything. So yeah, it's a habit for me.
In your city, are there like book events, book festivals, or places where you could, put a spot or something?
If I'm thinking about right now, I would say no. I tried to get into I think it's the Beijing book fair thing, but I was too late. So maybe next year I'll get into that big event. But yeah, I tried. I tried to get into that, but when I got the email and the notifications, I'm not sure if it was from public book info or something like that. And I did my research. The event was already going on. So, because they help advertise your book and they post it worldwide and stuff like that. So next year I'll be ready.
And who
Because this
knows,
happened in March.
maybe you will have the second one, and then you can promote them like here you have the whole puzzle, and then when
Yeah,
someone wants to buy just one, you can say
yeah.
that okay, but I can tell you that you're missing half of the puzzle.
Yes, yes, because even just to when I talk to someone, even just to enter, like you had to already have a certain amount of books published, being that I was this is my first time being a publisher. I had one book, they wanted to know a lot of information about your book and everything. So even though I was late trying to get in, I still had, some things to do before actually getting in. So I would have been fresh, which I love to learn as I go. God has taught me that. That's one of my traits. I learn as I go, which makes me a better person. But yeah, it's certain things that had to be done in order just for you to enter. And I was excited just because it was a worldwide event.
Are you planning to release audiobook?
You know what? I haven't looked into that, but I think I am. And I don't know if I want to use my own voice or if I want someone else to read it for me.
Well, you have a good voice, so I think it could sound good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll take that.
but
I'll take that. Yes.
but
Yeah.
yeah, well, if it's a memoir, maybe your own voice is better or someone similar.
Yeah, but see, I think even with that, if I was to, try to find someone else to read the audio, I don't think they would have like when they actually reading the expression in the words, in the feelings that come with the words, like a certain thing I would say, and then I will respond to that like, oh, she thought whoopty whoop whoop, or he thought, you know what I mean? Or I just did this and they didn't even know. What? So, yeah, I don't think they would actually read my book how it's supposed to be read. So, yeah, now that you said my voice, I'll take that.
Well, yeah, you can just get some equipment to make it sounds prettier. Then you record everything while you read,
Yeah,
and then you'll see if someone can edit that to make the file.
Okay. I like that. You know what? I like our podcast because you give me so many different ideas. You actually open my mind, being that I'm new to this. So just you saying this right here is like, this is a go. You know what I mean? Like, because I wouldn't have never, even though I wanted to do audio, I wouldn't have never knew how to get started. And you just gave me that jewel. You know what I mean? So I got my recorder ready to go right now. Like,
Well, happy to help.
I mean, this is the thing when God prepares you, He prepares you when you don't even know you're prepared. You have things that you need already in the future. You already have them, but you don't even know that yet until you need it. So, yeah, this, you know what? I am living the best part of my life. I tell you, this is the best part of my life, and it's only getting better. And it just it keeps you humble, it keeps you thankful. It just, yeah, it's a blessing.
Well, I'm really happy to hear that, and that everything is going well, and that
Thank you.
your plans are coming into fruition.
They are.
Yeah.
As
Well,
God wants them to. Like I ain't
exactly.
rushing. He ain't slowing down. I mean, even if things are moving slow, to me, they're still moving fast. You know what I mean? Because he wants this done when this is supposed to happen, and that's done when that, and I'm okay with that. You know, I am okay with that. I mean, I have no choice when I trust him for everything, you know?
Well, yeah. I think that's all for now, Laquina. Thank you so
Yes.
much for coming today, and thank you so much for this
It's
conversation and for updating us on your status.
Oh my goodness, I love to. It's always so good to talk to you guys. I can't wait to come to y'all. Like, I finished book two. Now it's time for y'all to do my book cover.
We'll be ready for you. You can be sure.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much,
you.
Lakinia, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Writing Inspiration with Marky Books. I hope we see you again next week. Bye.
Yes. Bye. Thank you.
It was nice to see Lakinia again, and she is as always easy to talk to. And today we learned something from her endeavors. For example, as her book preach, Lakinia teaches that healing comes when you confront your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Her memoirs doesn't sugarcoat her pain. Instead, she shared them openly to help others reflect, heal, and grow, and invite us to do the same. But again, healing is a journey that everyone paints for themselves. Still, you're invited to try. She reminds us that personal stories, even the darkest parts, have the power to inspire someone. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you find this episode inspiring, like, subscribe, and share this video. And give Morky Boots a try in the link below. Have a nice day and see you next week. Bye.